I'm going to play the role of market bear. Why shouldn't investors sell today? You've got the French election coming on Sunday. Why not just get out of it now while the going's good? Jeff Seeker.
Well, I think this is primarily a market based on psychology, and it's a market based on momentum. So I agree with you in saying that investors should consider paring back on some of their gains. We haven't had a correction in a long time, and at this point, investors have to begin to look at a market that's priced to perfection in a lot of ways and begin to take some money off the table.
Because you might be disappointed.
Yeah, because you know what? You have tax cuts, you have all the uncertainty, there might be a disappointment.
Okay, now, Scott Shellady, you're the trading kind of guy. Wouldn't you be selling on this Friday because of the worries over the weekend?
Well, I'd be selling on this Friday if I thought that we're not going to get anything done from Congress. Because Congress right now, Stuart, I think, is ultimately our only hope. We've got some great unanswerables out there that you talked about before this segment, about the kids living at home, although we've got 4.5% unemployment. We've had 7 years of 0% interest rates, but we can't buy any inflation. You know, I'm starting to get very angry, and I might give new meaning to the phrase mad cow. We've got to start seeing something done by the people that we know can do something, and they better get off their chairs and get it done, because that's what this market needs. We've tried everything else. They need to get something done.
Well, look, yesterday, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that tax reform will happen soon. He actually said it would be this year, with or without the repeal of Obamacare. Is that part of your scenario, Scott Shellady?
Look what the market did yesterday after he said that. I can blame most of it on him and a few other things, but the market needs that, the markets want that, and the people want it. So we need to get these legislators in line with their constituents, because the tax cut is exactly what we need. We've tried everything else, and we still have all the kids living at home. Explain that. It's an unexplainable, that's the problem.
Fair point.
We got to get the Congress involved and get them going fast.
Charles, we keep talking about it. Tax cut, Obamacare relief, etc., etc., etc. We're always hoping and praying that it's going to happen soon.
It'll happen. The 100-day artificial timeline was too ridiculous. The grand ambitions of this amazing thing going through. They're going to have to do it in piecemeal, though, I think, and I think they're going to come to that realization. Reform is completely different than tax cuts.
Yeah, don't do tax reform. It's too much. That's what they're trying to do with Obamacare reform. Just do the tax cuts and ditch that border tax. It splits the business lobby who could be supporters of corporate tax reform.
The other day we were talking about focusing the tax cut just on a corporate tax rate cut. You think that would work for the market, Jeff Seeker?
Well, I mean, I think that what everybody's saying is true. And see, what you have here is you have a scenario where there's too many people who have too many agendas trying to determine what the best plan of action is. I think at this point it makes sense to just get the tax reform, get the tax cuts instituted, and not worry about the entire reform.
Scott Shellady is in London. I can hear him laughing all this way. What do you got to say, Scott?
I'm exasperated. I mean, these guys are trying to make this tax cut thing a huge deal, because when they solve it, it makes them look a lot better solving a huge deal than a common sense problem. Just cut the tax rate and let's get going, all right? We don't have to make it bigger than it is to make you look better than you are. Solve the problem.
Correct, Jarrett?
So right. Two things. Cut the corporate rate, cut the individual rates, simplify them. It doesn't have to be a massive, all-encompassing deal. Just do what's needed first. Worry about the other stuff later.
Last word on this to Lizzie.
It's going to be tough to do it via budget reconciliation. Remember, you have to have those deficit offsets, right, to get the 51 easy threshold vote.
You're bringing us down to earth, Liz.
Sorry.
You got the buzzer on that one. Sorry about that.
That's the worry.